Hey friends, it's Ryan with McGlone Property Group, and we are bringing you our August monthly Bend, Oregon market update from an incredible craftsman home here in Discovery West that the amazing team from Fusion Home Builders will be wrapping up here in September. Very gorgeous, modern interior design, just an absolute stunning home. Would love to get you all in to check it out. So now let's turn our head to the numbers that we just received for how our market performed in July. And if you're a buyer out there, we have some incredible news for you. So what exactly did we find last month? Well, probably the most astonishing number is that months of supply for inventory in Bend right now has eclipsed 5 months of supply. And that is an incredibly high number out there right now. In fact, in the last decade, we have not seen a month during the summer where we've gone above roughly 3.5 months of supply. So this is a pretty big increase compared to where we've been in the last decade. At the same time, we've also seen a shift in the list price to closed price of a property here in Central Oregon. Typically that list price to closed price ratio is about 98%. We saw a shift down to just below 97% last month. So if you're a buyer out there, this is excellent news. Prices are kind of starting to soften a little bit for you. And of course, you have a tremendous amount of inventory and selection to choose from. So you don't have to quite move as quickly as you once did just a few years ago. Now, the other incredible news for buyers we got actually this morning, and it was through the Bureau of Labor and the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Their monthly jobs report was published, and it came in incredibly weak, much weaker than anticipated. And along with the headlines spreading around the nation about the low or the weak jobs report, we saw interest rates react almost immediately. So I called some lenders this morning just to see where folks are locking in on 30-year fixed rate mortgages with good credit. And right now they are telling me that they are locking people in at 5.99% with a 1-point buy down. That is an absolutely incredible rate compared to what we've had in the last 2 years. That's by far the strongest rate we've seen so far in 2024. So right now, buyers, you get to take advantage of a broadening selection of inventory, some downward pressure on price, and interest rates that are over 1 point lower than where we were just maybe 2 months ago, which is pretty incredible. So now all you sellers are out there saying, well, how is that good news for us? What does that do for us? Well, the one number that really shocked me that I think really paints a positive picture for sellers right now is that the median sales price and the average sales price for a home in Bend has been holding relatively steady, even though there's been some downward pressure on price. We came in last month with a median sales price of $747,000. That is roughly equivalent to every other summer month that we have seen this year, as well as in 2023, as well as in 2022. That means we are still hovering at all-time highs. So yes, there's downward pressure, but if you're someone who's looking to sell your house, you were hoping to time the market and hit it when it's at its peak, we are still pretty much there. Yes, you might be a little bit bummed that you're not gonna, sell in your house immediately because of how much inventory is on the market, and you may have a little bit downward pressure on price, but keep in mind, if you go back historically, right now you would still be selling at the absolute top of the market. So if I were a seller, I'd be looking to get my home on the market immediately, just in case we see this growing inventory trend continue, because if it does continue, we may see more dramatic price pressure and actually put prices right down. But right now, it's holding pretty steady. So, if you have a particular scenario that you have questions about, or a particular neighborhood that you've got questions about in terms of what's going on in the market, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call, send us a text. We'd be happy to sit down with you and put together a roadmap to success so that you can meet your goals and your objectives with what you want to do here in the Central Oregon real estate market. Thanks again for tuning in, and we look forward to chatting with you next month.